I've got a quick video for you here about how to use Screencastify. It's a resource that I absolutely love using myself, and right now, especially with our classes not being in person, you might want to be making some of these yourself. You might have heard some people talking about it, and you're like, okay, I've heard about it. I don't know how to use this. Can someone give me a little tutorial? So I'm going to go over kind of how to get Screencastify, how to make a screencast, and then how to upload it or how to get it to your students so they can see it. It seems like there's a lot that's going on there, but it's pretty simplistic to use once you've done it a few times. It's kind of like when we're teaching kids, like say a math step, and you're like, oh, this is super easy. And they're like, what? So here you're learning it too. First thing you need to do though is you need to get this extension. So what you're going to start with doing is you need to go to a blank tab, and if at any point during this video you need to pause, do that, and then come back, please do it. You need to get to a new tab, and then you need to get to the Chrome store, or if you type in like Chrome extension, and then that'll pop up, and so then you want to go to, it says the Chrome Web Store extensions. So when I click into this, you see where it says extensions kind of up there on the kind of upper left hand. So clicking in there, and then it says search the store, we're going to type in Screencastify, and then hit enter so it searches. And then you're looking for this one that says Screencastify. It has this logo. It's the one at the top of my screen here. Something with extensions to be really careful about is that you are downloading a good extension. If you're downloading one that maybe has like malware in it, or it's not verified, it's not a good one, you probably don't want to. So you're probably like, what the heck? How do I know if it's a good one? A good way to know is if you look, there's kind of some stars here. It says Screencastify offered by the #1 screen, and then there's some stars. So this one has a 4-star rating overall, and 10,713 people have currently rated it, at least as of my time making this video right now. So that's probably going to say that it's probably a good one to use. So this is, and I'm also telling you this is the one to download or add to Chrome. Now you'll see mine says rate it. It's because I've already added it to my Chrome. I've already have this extension. You want to look for, if you look at just for example, the edit this cookie where it says add to Chrome, that's the button you want to click on the Screencastify. So right now, go ahead, do that, get that added to your bookmarks bar up there, and then we'll wait. Just if you need to pause this, do that. I'll wait. Okay, so hopefully you're coming back to me and you're like, okay, I did that. Where do I need to go now? Because I want to make a screencast. So first thing you want to do is up here at the top, kind of where it says chrome.google.com, so like the URL where you put that, you might need to make it pop up. So mine is this third one over. It looks like the little screencast, and then right now I'm recording, so there's a dot. If yours isn't popping up, there's possibly because you need to drag your little URL bar one way or another. So I like to keep it so I've got like these few things showing. And so if you see where that star is, and then I just kind of hover next to this first extension that I happen to have there, I can pull it backwards and forwards and I can get to more. If you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to see it, if you click on the 3 dots here, the rest of the extensions are up here. So it might be there as well. Check those 2 places. And then here we're going to start a screencast. Well, the only problem is right now I'm doing a screencast, so I can't really do a screencast within a screencast on this computer. So guess what? We're hopping over to another computer here. I've got my dot cam, and if you're like, well, wait, I want to know how to use a dot cam and make a screencast, that's coming up next. But here's how we make a simple screencast, at least. So when I head over here, what I'm going to do is I've got my Screencast app is up here. So I'll click on that. And when I click on it, I'm going to want to click on desktop because that's what I do want it to use. I'm going to say yes to the microphone. Now, the very first time you use it, it might ask, is it allowed to use your camera? Yes, you want to click allow. It'll ask if it can use your microphone. Yes, you're going to want to click allow so that it makes and gets the noise and any information that you're asking it to. So you can use like just the browser tab, just the webcam, just the desktop. I use that desktop one quite often. That's what I'm doing right now. So that's when whatever is on my screen, that's what's getting recorded. So if I click on desktop, so this was one of my moments with Miss Moradics, and yes, I know it's extra of me, that's just who I am, but I thought I'd send out kind of a little welcome, a little hello to my students every day, and there's some other cute videos that I put with it, like March Madness, CNN 10, and some little inspiration-y things. So if I wanted to make a screencast of this, what I do is I go up to that Screencastify extension up there. I'm going to click on desktop, and then I'm going to click on record. Now, when I click on record, it's going to ask if I want to share my entire screen or application window. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to like highlight everything, and then I'm going to click share. Now, when I click share, I have 3 seconds to make it to whatever screen I want to be on. That'll come in handy when we get to the dot cam. If you're already at the one you need, here you go. So I'm on the screen I want. I clicked on Screencastify. I clicked on share my screen. I'm going to click share. And so there's a 3, 2, 1. Now it's live. Right now I'm making a screencast inside of a screencast. Whichever. It's kind of like Russian nesting dolls. But right now I could go through and then tell my students, hello class. This is Miss Moradic. Wanted to say welcome to virtual school, and I can go over the lesson. Maybe I'm talking about what are my standards, what do I expect. Here's some helpful hints or tidbits to do this assignment. Whatever that might look like. So I'm going to talk, use, and say whatever I need to do. And as I'm wrapping up, so when I'm done, I might say, bye guys, have a great day. I'm going to come back to the Screencastify little icon up here. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click stop. Now, when I click stop, it's going to take me to a new web page. And this is where I can title it, and this is where I can get my shareable links, publish it to YouTube, all of that. So if this is your very first time, maybe click the Show Me Around tour. It's going to show you how to title your screencast. It's going to show you where you can edit it. You know what? Why don't we do it together? So show me around. So you can trim your video. I don't really get into this much. I just want to have my video in the first place. I don't get into trimming it too much. This is where you can title your video then. This is where you can get your Google Link Drive. Something to be careful with right now, because a lot of teachers are using Screencastify. When you use the shareable link or try and add it from Google, it's going to take like a few hours for it to actually show up to get it as a Google link. So you can click it here. So you're like, well, I need to like use it though. How can I? We're getting there. Here where it says publish to YouTube, this is going to be your best bet. Because when it publishes to YouTube, and I'll publish this one to YouTube, we can do that together. It'll say, sorry, that's from something else. Quickly get your video in front your audience right away. So I'll show you how to publish it to YouTube. That's what you're probably going to want to do, because then you can embed that video. I'll show you how to do that as well. So then download or export it if you get into that. Make movie magic if you want to get into the editor. Okay, I don't really need much of that, but I'm going to title this, and I'm going to say practice video. And then I'm going to publish this to YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube channel yet, which I didn't as of a few days ago, you can go ahead and make one. If you are going to want your students to be able to see this, you're not going to want to go private. You're going to want to go public here. So something to be careful about is if you're sending these out and you're going to put it on YouTube, you probably don't want to be putting any student names in here or saying any student names or any student information, because that's going to be going public. So once I'm okay with all of that, I'm going to hit upload, and then it's going to YouTube. It might take a little bit to get there, but that's not too bad. So as it's heading there, why don't I show you how to get to the doc cam to be able to share things through the doc cam. So under the doc cam, how this works. Now, remember when I told you that you go to your little, you click on this and you click record up here at your little icon, and it does the 3, 2, 1. This is where it's going to be important. When you are doing the doc cam, if you're wanting to have something underneath it, like let's say I want to play or show the kids March Madness. Set up your doc cam before you start your screencast. Make sure it looks like what you want. Put it into full screen. So sometimes the doc cam will be in like partial screen. I want it in full screen because that means it'll screencast the whole bit. Because remember, whatever is on your screen is what gets screencasted. So if your dot cam is what your screen is, that's going to get screencasted. So if I go then, I'm going to start my video. I'm going to click yes to that screen. I'm going to say start sharing my screen. I've got 3 seconds to go from clicking share. I'll go 3, 2, 1, and I need to be here. So yes, it's going to have to be a quick click over, but if you just drag your mouse over, that's how I'm getting back and forth from these. If I drag my mouse all the way to the bottom, it pops up. So that's how I get back and forth to those. If you're like, okay, I like this dot cam idea, but I don't have one, talk to the tech center. Last time I talked to Mr. Kubza, he said that the tech department did have some extra ones that they might have to give out. So talk to him, especially if you're someone maybe like a math person that needs to have this. I use it all the time in my classroom because personally, my smartboard isn't very smart. So look at that. It goes right onto the smartboard and it works really good for screencasting. So we know how to get Screencastify. We know how to make it simply. We know how to use it with the dot cam. We know how to name it. So how we get this off of YouTube. So when I go to my videos, so if I want to go back to them, I've kind of got 2 options. If you click on this icon up here, at least I guess I need, because I'm still screencasting over here. So if I go back to my other computer, since I'm not screencasting over here anymore, I can get back to my videos up here where there's that little play button. And then this is going to show you all of your screencasts, well, ever. So there might be a bunch of them after this whole quarantine situation. The other place to get them is if you put them on YouTube. So I'm going to go to YouTube and so I'm going to go to YouTube and then create or go to my channel here. Actually, I need to go to my other account. Sorry, I've got 2 different accounts on here. So, because this is my personal computer. So YouTube, and I'm going to log in as Miss Moradic, as in Moradic K at Portage. So Moradic K at Portage does have an actual YouTube channel with just a few videos. So now when I go up here, because this is where I made my Screencastify channel from, I'm going to click on that and it's going to click on your channel. It's going to take you here, and then here are the videos I've posted so far. If I want to get that link to insert into a slides, then I can go up to the URL and copy that. And then when I go to like a Google Drive, or maybe I'm going to go to a slideshow and add it. So we'll just go to another one of those moments with Moradic ones. This was from like last week, whatever. So then I can add this. I can either just put the link and they can copy it, although sometimes there's YouTube restrictions where if you just put it in as a video that's on the slide, kind of like this, it works a little better. And how I do that is I go up to insert and then click on video and then go to URL and go paste. Select, say yes, that's what I want, and then my video is now on my slides. So now you have been able to make your screencast with a dot cam if you want, put it on your slides, and now you know how to share it. I think that is most of the things you need to know. If you ever do make a screencast, so if I come back over here, and yes, if you're screencasting from a dot cam, so you're like, okay, got to the final problem and I don't need to record anymore. All you do is you're going to come back over and come up here and just click stop. And then you're going to see all of that stuff like naming it and whatnot to finish it up. I think I covered everything about screencasts. I think I've got how do you get it, how do you make it simply, how you can use a dot cam, how you can name it, how to share it easily, especially using YouTube because right now there's so many users, and then how to share it out if needed. If you do need to delete them, there is a little garbage button that you can click on. If you have questions though, let me know. I am here with just my cat and myself, So we don't have tons of things to do that we are able to help out, but let me know. Otherwise, have a great day, guys. Bye. Wait! I almost forgot. There is the most important thing about Screencastify that they just released a little bit ago. I can't believe I almost forgot this. It's the most important part. So they sent out a link. Screencastify sent out a link that you get unlimited amount of screencast time and numbers right now because of the COVID epidemic that's going on right now. I'll add this in the link that I send out as well, especially if you're like, oh, she said goodbye, the video must be done. Do this. I've already done it, so when I do it, I can't click and see all the same things again. But what you need to do is to get unlimited access. People, it's the best. Like Screencastify is my favorite to use. Typically, you only get 5 minutes and 50 videos per month right now. Unlimited access. So go to this account page. So you click on this link. You'll click on redeem the coupon. There's the code to enter, and then click activate license. For the time, I don't know how long exactly, it looks like it's through April 30th, we will have access, unlimited access to Screencastify. And Screencastify is simply the best. It's the best screencasting software that we have right now. So now I'm actually going to end the video. Now I think I've actually gotten everything. So let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, now have a great day. Bye, guys.